Let me guess. You've got no girlfriend, no friends you trust, no family that really shows up. You sit in your room late at night, scrolling, watching other people live the life you want, and you wonder, is this it? My life sucks. Am I just supposed to exist like this? Alone, invisible, unseen? And that pit in your stomach, that ache in your chest, that's real. But here's the truth most people won't tell you. Nobody is coming to save you. It's just you. And you can either sit in that darkness and rot, or you can build something out of it. You want to change your life? You have to change it. And I remember sitting in my apartment about 6 years ago when I was kind of making this transition in my life, lights off, no calls, no text, in my own thoughts, just eating me alive, by the way. I'd burn bridges, let people go, outgrew the wrong crowd, so to speak, right? Outgrew the wrong crowd that was no longer aligned with where I was heading. I did the right things. I cut off toxic people. I'd stopped partying, focused on my growth, and I ended up alone, right? No one checked in. No one asked how I was doing. And I remember thinking, what if I just disappeared? Would anyone even notice? And that was the moment I realized something dangerous. No one is obligated to care, right? Not your ex, not your boys, not even your family. And that might sound harsh, but it's also the most liberating thing you'll ever hear, because it means you don't need permission, okay? You don't need approval. You don't need a support system. You just need you at the end of the day. That's all that you really need, okay? Now, I didn't really have a supportive father for half of my life. No deep connection with him, really. No one to guide me as I got older. Parents split when I was, around 16. I lived recklessly from sophomore in high school until I graduated college. I actually lived an extended stay briefly in high school. Barely got through high school, by the way, with like a 2.4, 2.5 GPA until I decided to join the Marines, where I was for 4 years. And it's because I felt like I was a pussy when I got out of high school. I didn't really have the masculine guidance that I needed, so that's why I went in the Marines. And there was a lot of challenges in the Marine Corps. 4 years felt like 10 years. Food deprived, sleep deprived. I remember from the time I went to boot camp in December 5th of 2010, a year later, at the end of December of 2011, I was shipping off to Afghanistan when I was 20 years old to a combat environment. And so much, man. Walking miles on end, underfed, underslept, right? Food deprived, sleep deprived, overworked for 7 months that I was on deployment. Not being able, I didn't even have a girlfriend for the time I was on deployment. Thank God I didn't. Well, I did have a couple girls I was dating, and they left me. They're in college partying. All my friends were in college partying when I was in Afghanistan. But I remember I had gotten cheated on when I was in the Marine Corps. It didn't happen when I was on deployment, but there were times where I was out training in the U.S. For weeks. And this one time I found out that I got cheated on. I couldn't talk to my ex. I couldn't talk to my girl for like a week and a half, bro. No communication, no phone, no nothing. So I had to learn the art of detachment. I had to learn to be alone, be comfortable alone. And of course I had my brothers, but I mean, we're all just in this together. Missed holidays and birthdays for years. And I had to figure it out on my own. I had to figure my shit out. I had to learn to be alone. And I had to learn to find a way, make a way. That's what it's all about. A lot of isolation. One thing you need to grasp right now is that the victim mindset you have is the real enemy. Okay. Listen, you can be broke, lonely, depressed, overweight, addicted, but if you keep a victim mindset, you're completely, and I don't say that to be a dick, right? I say it because I lived it. It's seductive, right? The woe is me loop. I didn't get the right start. My parents didn't love me right. Girls only like Chads. I'm too short. My life's just harder. Yeah, maybe all of that is true, but so what? This world doesn't reward victims. It devours them. Okay? Now, when I was in the Marine Corps, You're either eaten alive or you conform and adapt. Find a way. I was in the Marine Corps infantry for 4 years. It's like getting thrown into the lion's den, right? If you want to win in this life, you have to become the kind of man who says, this is where I am, but it's not where I'm staying. You don't need motivation. Motivation's bullshit. You need resolve. You have to figure it out with whatever resources you have, and you can find the resources. There's plenty of tools and support available today. The second thing you need to do is take ruthless responsibility, extreme ownership for your life in every aspect. Where you are in your life, your body, your money. Maybe you're not making enough money, your body. You don't like your job. You don't like where you live, your relationship, anything. Work harder, make it happen, find a way. Let me give it to you straight. Your life sucks right now because you let it. You stopped showing up. You got addicted to comfort. You're watching other men build their empires while you rot in the shadows. And deep down, you know that. That's why you feel sick when you scroll. That's why your self-hate grows every time you do nothing. And I know some of you in the comments are still going to spew your negative comments at me, negative feedback, right? Negative opinions. The truth is, some of you can be saved and some of you just won't be. But here's the flip. That same pain, that's fuel. Every man I know who built something powerful started from nothing. No mentors, no handouts, just fire in their gut and rage in their soul. They stopped blaming. They started building. So ask yourself right now, are you going to cry about it? Are you going to complain? Are you going to have a victim mindset? Or are you going to become the man you were meant to be? If this is hitting home right now, pause and comment right now. What are you avoiding? I want to know that you need to take responsibility for in your life. Type it. Say it out loud. This is how the shift begins, right? Now there must always be discipline over depression in our life. You want to fix your mental health? Get disciplined. So many of you guys living your feelings like damn women. Let your emotions rule over you like a bitch. Come on. That's fine if you want to be like that while the rest of us are out here winning. You want to stop feeling worthless? You want to stop feeling worthless? Get out there and get after it. Start keeping promises to yourself, bro. Keep promises to yourself. Depression thrives in stagnation, and nihilism thrives in inaction. And when you sit around thinking nothing matters, that's your own biology turning against you. Your brain isn't broken, it's bored. It's underused. You don't need more therapy sessions to talk about your problems, okay? You need to wake up at 6 a.m., get your ass outside, train until you can't think, and eat like a warrior, bro. You need challenge, pain, movement, purpose. And maybe you're thinking, well, Brian, I have no idea what my purpose is. Okay, well, start with you, bro. Start with ruthlessly working on yourself. Make your purpose of becoming a better you day by day, brick by brick. That's how men reset. Not through pity parties, not through victim mindset, through pressure, through discomfort, seeking challenges and pain. Through discomfort. You're not a broken man. You're just undertrained. Look, no woman is coming into your life to complete you, okay? No high-value friends are knocking on your door. No mentor is going to just DM you out of the blue and change your life, okay? You have to earn that. You have to earn that circle. Earn that purpose. Earn the future that you want. You have to earn the family. And right now, it doesn't matter how low you are, okay? You could be living with your parents. You could be 30 and broke. You could have 0 friends, 0 women, 0 purpose. What defines you is how you respond to it. That's what this comes down to. And you can either build your future or stay buried in your past and victimhood. But don't pretend you're powerless. You're not. But I know I've been coming at you pretty hard so far, okay? So I'm going to give you some love here, all right? And this is all tough love anyway. All right. See, when I was in the Marines, I just ate shit for 4 years and I learned from that. But I know you need empathy and tough love. All right. If no one has told you this, I'm proud of you. Not because your life is perfect, but because you're still here, still watching this. You're still searching, still trying to understand how to level up. That tells me you haven't given up yet. So don't let the loneliness win, bro. Don't let the silence destroy you. Don't let it eat you alive, okay? Don't let the silence lie to you. Don't let the algorithm raise you into mediocrity and get sucked in. You are more than the numbers on your screen, more than the attention you get from anyone, from women, more than the pain you've been through. You're more than that, bro. But you have to fight. You have to get knocked down and get back up and then continue fighting, because life is going to be suffering anyways, right? You might as well learn to embrace it and make it work for you, because this is how you grow. You have to climb. You have to build. And one day when your future wife looks at you, when your kids run up and wrap their arms around your leg, you'll remember this season, this darkness, this void, and you'll say, this is where it started. This is where I became a man. If you're ready to stop being the victim and start being the creator, like this video, subscribe, and drop a comment saying, I'm done making excuses. This isn't a feel-good channel, okay? This is where men wake up. That's what we're about here, where boys become warriors, where we stop crying about what we didn't get and we start taking what we came for, okay? Because no one really gives a shit, right? Most people don't want to see you win. Most people don't want to see you win in life. You got to understand that. No one cares about you, your life, and your future more than you, bro. That's the reality. You have to make it happen. The energy you get in life is the kind of energy and love you get back. You have to give it to yourself first, though. You have to go and take what you want in life. The world doesn't owe you shit. The world does not owe you anything, okay? It doesn't owe you support. It doesn't owe you anything, bro. So take everything anyway. All right? That's all I got for you guys today, man.